The child that was sent to its room too many times without supper. 90.5 WUSC-FM. Columbia.
Rockin' and rolling with yours truly, Rick Wrigley, and the architect of the soundtracks of our lives on the phone with us right now. Good morning, Mel Carter. How you doing?
Good morning, Rick, and good morning to your listeners.
Thank you, sir. You're out in Los Angeles, I know. And,
yes, I am.
But you're originally from Cincinnati, right?
From Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm a Buckeye.
A Buckeye, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I think you guys had a pretty good weekend this weekend, too, right?
Ohio State, well, we've ever since I've known them, they've been in the top 10.
Yeah, that's right. They're one of those perennial teams. I know that the University of South Carolina...
Well, we got to watch out for the Bengals, though.
That's true. That's a different... You are kind of a big sports fan, I understand. You follow your teams from Ohio and you follow your teams from California as well, right?
Yes, I do.
So tell me about... everybody knows your big song, Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, but a lot of people didn't know that you originally got your start working with Sam Cooke, right?
Yes, I knew Sam before... coming to California because of the gospel field. We used to both be in. He was a soul star, and I was with Robert Anderson. We used to travel around in those packages. So I had met him, and when I came to California, he had a label, and there were other things that happened before I got to the SAR record label, and we launched my first big hit, When a Boy Falls in Love, on his pop label, which was Derby Records.
Speaking of When a Boy Falls in Love, why don't we take a moment and give a listen to When a Boy Falls in Love, and we'll be back with more Mel Carter in just a moment.
I heard them say love is a wonderful thing, something you can't hide on a shelf.
That's how it is when a fella falls in love. Mel Carter. That was your first breakout song, was it not, Mel?
Yes, it was.
And that was on Sam.
Although I did have a song with Quincy Jones in 1957 called "I Need Your Soul." Old Ivory Joe Hunter hit.
Oh yeah, I remember that song. Oh, man, I tell you, you definitely were all throughout the brick and mortar of the soundtracks of our lives with your music way back in the day.
Yeah.
Well, after you recorded this, you were with Mel's label, and then you transitioned to another label, and that's where your big hit, Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, came from. I
was with Sam, and we released an album, and it came time to re-up, and there was something happened at the company, and he didn't, I guess they forgot to do it. We wanted to leave. My manager and I, we wanted to leave, and Sam said I would never stand in your way, and we went to Imperial record label, which we had Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me. The first thing that we had on there was The Richest Man Alive, Bubbling Under. We had a few records that were on the charts, but they were bubbling under. And then came Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me.
You know, back in those days, there was a lot of local, regional songs that kind of went through different parts of the country. And if I remember correctly, that song was one of those that kind of was big in one area, but just kind of bubbled under nationally, right?
Right, The Richest Man Alive?
Yes.
Yeah, that's... but that's the companies knew that they had something when it would be charted. I've always been charted, you know.
Yes.
But to reach the top 8, top 10, top 30, top 20, those records, and I had a few of those that went in the top 100.
Well, tell me about how Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me came about.
The song was picked by one of the A&R men, and God, I should be able to remember his name because he just passed away within the last 6 months. And it was a song that I hated because of the fact that I had to sing on the beat. Prior to that, I thought I was, this up-and-coming jazz singer, so I would lay behind and sing behind the beat, but I had to be directed to sing on every note. And the only time that I had any kind of freedom was in the bridge of the song, where I could maybe do a little bit outside of the lines that they were directing me.
Kind of put yourself into it a little bit more there.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, why don't we, and I know that everybody and his brother knows this song because it is your signature song, and it's kind of interesting to hear that you weren't too thrilled with the song because of the constraints it put on you, but it is the song.
Well, it didn't hold me then.
Didn't thrill you.
I messed that one up, didn't I?
Okay, well, let's give a listen now to Mel Carter's Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me. Man, what a memory that one brings back to me. I tell you what, Mel, your voice in that one, I know you were struggling with being on the beat, but boy, that was really a great song.
Yeah, and you know what's amazing about the whole thing, and I thank God for that, is that I can still sing in those same keys.
Yes.
After all this time.
You're still recording today, are you not?
Yes, I am.
Mm-hmm.
We have a new album. Can I say this now?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's called The Other Standards. It's Mel Carter, The Other Standards.
Uh-huh.
It's been submitted for the Grammy nominations. I'll know on the 10th if it made it. And one of the single from that is Crying in the Chapel, which we have the video is on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so we'll have to search YouTube for Mel Carter Crying in the Chapel.
Right.
Yeah. Well, speaking of video, let's talk about your television career, because some folks think of you as a musician, but you are a Renaissance man, if we will, multi-talented. You've acted in some classic television shows over the years, such as Quincy M.E., Sanford & Son, Marcus Welby, and Magnum. So
Sanford & Son, The Good Times, even to a soap I had on Santa Barbara. I had a running role on well, it's not now, on Santa Barbara. That was the name of the show. And the Magnum PI, I think you asked me when we were off the air. I'll tell you how that happened. We didn't go to Hawaii. The show later went to Hawaii, but the original thing was shot here in L.A., and I played the part of Dooley Wilson. I don't remember the character that owned the nightclub when he went to Hawaii.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
I was his sidekick. I was his sidekick, and I played in the club. I played the part of like the Dooley Wilson character in Casablanca.
Oh, yeah.
So when they went to Hawaii, they wrote the part out. So I did the pilot, though.
Uh-huh. I understand from your website that you still do audition occasionally for roles, even in this day and age.
Yes.
Uh-huh. So
that's the nature of this business. That's what I do.
That's right. So you're still singing, and you're still acting. Boy, I'm telling you what, life is good, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
That it is.
Very, very, very good. And I'm on the Rick Wergelu show.
Yeah, well, thank you, sir. Band of Gold, this was an interesting song. Your version, your interpretation of it, I really do like. How did the Band of Gold come to be in your repertoire?
I had no say-so then. They just, at the A&R, presented songs. And I think then, if I remember, they used to call me the Bring 'Em Back Alive kid because songs that I recorded and had hits with were maybe 10 years earlier. They were done by somebody else.
That's right.
And so they thought that this was a good formula. So they kept bringing the songs that were done before, and for me to bring it. So I have no idea how they picked them, but that's how they thought. That was a formula.
Stepping away from a Band of Gold for 1 second and back to Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me. I remember there was a cover of that done by Gloria Estefan. And,
oh, yes.
And she really was...
Johnny Mathis did
right.
A cover of it, too.
Yeah. But the thing that struck me about the Estefan cover is that she remained true to your interpretation of the song.
Right, even down to the string sweep.
Exactly.
At the beginning of the song, yes.
Yeah. Boy, I'm telling you. Well, let's give a listen now to Band of Gold by Mel Carter here on WUSC-FM. We were remembering the times of our lives with Mel Carter himself, who's on the telephone with us today. Mel, boy, I'm telling you, that does that bring back memories for you, too?
Yes, it does.
Oh, man, I'm telling you.
When I had hair.
I still have some hair, but not quite as much as I used to. I know exactly what you mean. Oh, my. So
it grows inside now.
Yeah, that's right. In all the places. Why is it all the hair grows where you don't want it to grow and not where you do?
No idea.
That must be the Lord's joke on us, I guess.
Yes,
as we get older. Mel, I tell you, it has been a real pleasure having you on the program this morning, and I appreciate you taking the time to come in and visit with us. Before we go, let's talk about the upcoming album one more time.
The album is called The Other Standards. My site is www.mel-carter.com. And you can go to cdbaby.com, Amazon, iTunes, all of those, and come to the site and see, get samples of the sound bites, and video viewing.
Mm-hmm. You're still playing live in nightclubs and stuff out in the L.A. area, are you not?
Yes, I am. Uh-huh. Not mostly here, but mostly I do it back east.
Oh. Well, if I tell you what, if you come to the Southeast, let me know, and we'll be sure to get you.
We did. I won the Lifetime Achievement Award at the CVMA in 2007. We just got the Heroes and Legend Award 2 weeks ago.
Fantastic.
Here in L.A. So I'm very active. Would like to get out there and do more, but been concentrating on the music for the last year or so.
Okay, well, all you alumni out there listening to the station today, and because you dig the 50s and 60s music, here you go. Get in touch with me. I'll get you in touch with Mel Carter, and we'll have a chance to have him come over to the East Coast. Maybe, Mel, if you're in Columbia at any time, let me know. We can have you in the studio for a live interview and visit.
That would be great.
Yeah.
And I'd like to thank you and all of your listeners all over, okay?
Fantastic. Mel, thank you very much for coming on the program this morning. That's Mel Carter here on WUSC-FM.